Hey everybody, Murray from James Bond Canada. Ask Jeff or Aaron, my partners in crime, and they will tell you I like to whistle. I can whistle most of the James Bond themes, but I thought I'd do a little intro for this beauty. This is an original 1967 B sheet, Little Nelly. The A sheet, of course, is Sean Connery climbing up the side of the volcano, and the C sheet is the beautiful Alma girls in the bathtub. The reason I've got this up today, today's video of 007 Minutes, is about big screen Bond moments. Now, this may be a little bit odd because this isn't the, oh my god, the amazing big screen Bond moments that we see on the screen as you might think. The ski jump from The Spy Who Loved Me, the motorcycle jump from No Time to Die. And this is more what I would call JBC's memories and big screen Bond moments. I have been lucky enough to see every single James Bond movie on the big screen. So I count myself very lucky, and this is, I'm going to take you through a few of, I'm going to call it the top 5 with an honorable mention of number 6 of top 5 big screen Bond moments and Bond memories for me as part of James Bond Canada. The coolest thing about the Bond series and the Bond franchise that I've discovered in, over the years is that the reason it's so close to everyone's heart and the reason everyone has such fond memories is because they are that. They're memories with your dad, with your kids, with your brothers, the first time you were at a drive-in, first time you saw a Bond movie. And that's what I think is really special about the Bond franchise, because we all have these incredible memories of, people playing, let's say, the GoldenEye 1995 game and then, going to see GoldenEye. So we're going to start with You Only Live Twice. I'm going to call this one number 5. In 1987, I was able to go to New York City for the MoMA exhibit of the 25th anniversary of James Bond. It was amazing, and it really solidified my place in the sort of Bond collecting and the James Bond franchise. I don't think you can get this anymore unless you were there at the time the movie first came out. Like seeing the Death Star explode for the first time in 1984 when you were 9 years old watching Star Wars, or seeing The Exorcist in the 1970s and, seeing Linda Blair's head turn all the way around. There are only certain times in a theater when it's a first run film at the time that it's first run that you can really capture those big screen Bond moments. So the first one for me, which is extremely timely right now, in the tightest theater downstairs at the MoMA, and I've got a picture here. This is the program and my ticket stub from You Only Live Twice back in June of 87. So there's a scene in You Only Live Twice where after they discover that the rockets are being eaten by various Russian or American rockets, and they're all having their little conference, and of course this is shortly after let's say the end of the Cold War, and I was filled in a theater filled with primarily American viewers. And there's a line where they are explaining that, it couldn't possibly Russia. Everyone knows the Russians are a peace-loving people. And the entire audience just roared in this cynical laughter. And with what's going on with Russia right now, it just seemed extremely, extremely timely. And I don't think that you would get that kind of vibe inside the theater unless you were there for that moment. So I vividly remember that moment watching You Only Live Twice downstairs at the MoMA in 1987. And in the theater, you get that laughter and that moment from that American audience. It's a very visceral memory for me. It's one that I'll never forget. So You Only Live Twice hits top 5 big screen Bond moments for James Bond Canada. In at number 4 is Dr. No. Strangely enough, as I went over to London for the premiere of Skyfall, which is also in our top 5, seeing that it was the 50th anniversary of Bond, Dr. No happened to be playing on my British Airways flight, but that was a tiny screen. This is a big screen Bond moment. This was in 2013, and James Bond Canada co-sponsored an event called 007 Reloaded at the Van City Theatre. And we had a huge opening night gala for the Vancouver National Film Festival. It was a fundraiser. And lucky for us, the beautiful Marguerite Gordon was able to attend. Here's a couple of pictures of us at the show. Me doing my absolute best Bond pose. I think it's my best Bond picture, looking like Bond despite I'm not wearing a tux. And then, of course, a picture of us at the premiere. So this was another big screen Bond moment, and this was a time when I was able to see a few of the Bond movies that I hadn't seen on the big screen, finally, you know, larger than life. So this big screen Bond moment was an amazing memory for me because obviously we had a Bond girl there for the premiere. Marguerite is a lovely, lovely person. And to sit there in the theater beside her and watch her cross the screen as Annabelle and have the entire theater cheer and sit beside her and, you know, to have a real person there and realize that that was, you know, 60 years ago for her, just seeing her there, enjoying herself and seeing her up on screen, that was definitely a huge, big screen Bond moment and a Bond memory for me that I will never forget. So Dr. No at number 2. At number 3 is A View to a Kill. A View to a Kill holds a very special place in my heart because it was the first Bond premiere that I ever got to go and see. Albeit very small in a theater in Ottawa, but I was stoked. I was 17 years old and I couldn't wait to go. Here's a picture of the pass with an invitation and the great Grace Jones and Roger Moore on the front, and the date and time of the premiere. It was Roger Moore's last movie. It was literally in the marriage of two things that were huge for me. I was a huge Duran Duran fan, and here's a picture of the photo pass from the first concert I ever went to see. That's right, Duran Duran on the Seven and the Ragged Tiger tour in 1984. And so the marriage of 007 and Duran Duran, when it came out in 85, I literally remember the first beats of that song, dun, 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 dun. And the image that is just burned into my memory is the girl unzipping that ski suit in that dark, night blue, almost glow-in-the-dark blue, and the pink 007 emerging from her cleavage. That moment is just, it is burned into my memory because it is just something that it was just so impactful and so incredible. In the comments and in the videos, in the comments underneath, please tell us what your big screen Bond memory moments are. Was it GoldenEye? Was it No Time to Die? Tell me about the memories that you have associated with seeing Bond on the big screen. We'd love to hear that. And if you like our content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We love having all of our viewers here. We love creating content for you. So, number 3, A View to a Kill. Number 4 is going to be Skyfall. The royal premiere of Skyfall, there's a picture here of the program, was my first royal premiere, so obviously it was an incredibly memorable moment, but I think it was listening to Adele's song of Skyfall that really made it sink in. And after watching hearing the words for a couple weeks before the movie came out, and then finally seeing the graphics and the opening credits that went along with them as they fell across the screen, and Daniel Craig, sinking into the water, and this is the end, and it just, everything about that moment right there in Royal Albert Hall, it was just incredible, and it's a big screen Bond moment that I will never forget. There are some really, really cool graphics and things that just really make the song almost perfect. It's almost as good as Sam Smith and the opening credits for Spectre, and definitely right up there as well with Billie Eilish and No Time to Die. So that's number 4, the royal premiere of Skyfall. And at number 5 is actually the first Bond movie that I ever saw. I was 9 years old, and so this is was it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I guess? 2 and 1. Number 1 then is The Spy Who Loved Me. Here's a picture of the program. I don't know how I've managed to hang on to this, but I have. So this is probably the first piece of James Bond memorabilia that I ever collected. I found it at my sister's a few years ago. Just kind of, I couldn't believe it because we went to the drive-in. So they were just sitting in a pile at the snack bar. And I remember she got one. And The Spy Who Loved Me obviously was the first Bond movie that I ever saw, and I don't remember much, but I do remember Roger Moore saying, "Can you swim?" and Barbara Bach, holding on and watching that Lotus just, go into the water off the dock and turn into the submarine. There are a few other things I remember specifically about that movie. I remember all the footage of Egypt and Cairo. I thought it was incredibly exotic. And I remember Barbara Bach as Major Anya Masava in that amazing black dress. She's so stunning and so beautiful, and just, I remember Atlantis. But again, when you're a kid, you don't remember like a plot or the sort of scope or the overview of the movie from start to finish, but there are definitely moments that I remember, and that is one of them. So our top 5, or my James Bond had a top 5 big screen Bond moments and memories. You Only Live Twice at the MoMA in 1987, Dr. No in 2013 at the 007 Reloaded event, the royal premiere of Skyfall, the first Bond movie I ever saw, Spy Who Loved Me, 1977 when I was 9, and the premiere of A View to a Kill. And I have to give, of course, honorable mention to the press screening of Spectre with friends to James Bond Canada, Morton from James Bond Norway and Marcos from James Bond Brazil. Here is a picture of us. This is at the headquarters of Sony Pictures UK in their private screening room. Glass block floor and all the Spectre posters there behind it. It was an incredible moment because we'd waited so long and I kind of couldn't believe it. I remember sitting there and I grabbed Marcos's hand and almost squeezed it as I saw the Blofeld cat go across the top and watching that opening sequence of The Day of the Dead Are Alive, and it was just incredible. And we were very lucky to go to a press screening of Spectre on the Sunday before the Monday premiere. So when the senior publicity VP came in and told us, make sure no cameras, no socials, everything was embargoed, we were considered very lucky to have been one of the first people in the world to have seen Spectre. So that is honorable mention at number 6. So tell us in the comments and check us out on Instagram and put in the comments. I put a reel of all the photos so that you can see them, and they're going to be inserted into this video so you can check it out. Thanks everyone for watching. We really appreciate it, and hope you have a great day. Tell us all about your best and favorite memories of big screen Bond moments.
What we want is location fix on 007.
I've assigned you to Station C, Canada.